What's up? So I'm back, Radar Live. We back on the map. Y'all thought it was a wrap, but it's not. What? Alright, so we're just gonna jump right into it this time. So the latest right now has been going on, has been with this whole Jordan Woods thing. Now, low-key Jordan Woods is a baddie. I'm gonna give her that. Like, she's definitely a baddie. But, you know, this whole thing with her and Chloe and Tristan. So, quick recap. Jordan went to a party. Jordy, like we on a first name and shit. But Jordan goes to a party with her friends. The party ends up being at Tristan's house. From there, they kind of, I guess, get like a little too friendly. You know, they was kind of, you know, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? People kind of saw it, ran with it, took it to the head, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
Your ear. I mean, as we all were just dancing and having fun. Everyone at the party, so we're in this person's ear, this person, but never anything intimate. Never anything like.
And he didn't make any moves on you throughout the night.
No. He didn't try to take me to a room. He didn't try to. We were all. It was just an innocent time.
But you could see how that could.
So I guess Chloe felt like that was my friend and he was fucking my man. When low-key everybody know like, I don't think they fucked. And more than likely he tried, and she was like, not for real, for real. I get both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's in fact true, it looks bad, but you know, it is what it is. And Chloe, you've had your share of scandals, so I mean, what can you say? Initially, what was kind of crazy was people were crucifying Jordan because she kind of got people on her side and played that whole victim role. You know how people do, played the victim and all that. And then they started with the Tristan meme. So this dude has been cheating on you since y'all been together, bro. Like, I don't understand. He's done everything to say like, bitch, hey, this is not what it is. Contrary to what she telling y'all, he put it out there like, nah, I'm fucking other bitches. So it's like, first of all, you blaming the chicks, and then on top of blaming the chicks, it's like, buddy don't want to be with you, bro. Like, what are you? She holding on to a hope and a prayer in this bitch. Like, take it easy. I thought y'all supposed to be like above all that. Clearly not. And then Jordan decided to do the red table talk with Willard and Jada, you know, uncle and auntie. And so they did the red table talk with them. It was to the point. She didn't over-explain, she didn't under-explain. It was just very much, this is what it was. But then what was strange was, so right on the heels of that though, right before this shit got really big, Kylie was accusing Travis of cheating. She said she like got home early or something while he was on tour and found evidence that he had been cheating, and so she like called, japping out and texting or whatever, and he like canceled one of the tours, like left early or something, and to come home and find out like what was going on. So yeah, is this the case of I don't want to be overshadowed, so let's bump up my story? I'm just saying. So then up next we got Regina King. So everybody knew about the Oscars 2019. It was actually the 91st Oscars, and this was the one that was like the Oscars that had no host. First ever time the Oscars never had a host. I don't know if you remember, but it was the whole Kevin Hart homophobe gate scandal where he had made the tweets, you know, a while ago that were a little inconsiderate, and then it came back up after he apologized. That whole fiasco. So the day finally came, the Oscars happened, and Regina King won for Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk, and it like shook the house. So I got some footage of her getting her name etched into the Oscar that she won. So you can check that out right here.
And I'm telling you. You're telling you.
Thank you
okay,
so much.
Look. All good?
Yes.
Nice.
And the Oscar goes to Regina King.
This is.
Alright, so then also another milestone for the night was Spike Lee. So Spike Lee, I was going to say he decided. Spike Lee won for Black KKK Klansman. Awesome, finally. Spike Lee is a well-known black producer, director, innovator, idealist in the black community, and in many other facets. So he makes those type of movies, a lot of the indie cult classics. But he's finally getting recognition, or he's finally gotten recognized for this movie, so kudos to Spike. And on the heels of Spike Lee, speaking of, Spike Lee and Prince, rest in peace, the Prince estate and Spike Lee are being sued by this guy named James Brandon. So James initially submitted, he used to be with this group called GOMAB, and they submitted to be with Spike Lee's uncle Clarence Lee at the time, who was like managing people and shit, and they submitted a couple of tracks. So he submitted the tracks to Spike. Spike Lee was like, you know, whatever. So they kept moving about their business, and then years later, cut to Spike Lee making Girl 6, and the title track, the theme song from Girl 6 is surprisingly like this guy's song, and the guy's song is called Phone Sex. So yeah, that ass is deep. Bro, I hope you get your lot that money, that honey money. So What we got up here next? This light is bright as fuck. So next up on the hot topics list, the list of bitches we about to throw in the frying pan, we trying to cook it up with Oprah. So I'm not even going to really give this a lot of detail. Oprah has signed on to do an HBO special called Leaving Neverland, with all the alleged sexual assault, abuse victims of Michael Jackson, including the washed up Wade Robson, and some other dude named Safe Chuck. I don't even know. Oprah, yeah. You signed on to do this shit? Like, she sought them out, people. Like, they had already been in production and all that, and she, like, sought, like, yeah.
Neverland.
Reaching for the fame, oh? You reaching? I'm just saying, it's a little shady. So next up we got Sandra Guzman, who got macheted and shit, like out a Quentin Tarantino movie. What the fuck kind of shit? Like, seriously? And then y'all got the wrong person. Like, that was just some insanity type shit. So, like, y'all niggas need to put the video games down. It's not that deep. It's not. You know, he was going to the store. He was supposed to be downstairs with a friend. He ends up walking to the store, coming in and out the store. Some guys see him. They assume he's somebody else, and they just attack him with, like, straight, legit fucking machetes. Like, y'all in the Wild Wild fucking West. Like, not even the Wild Wild West. Y'all in Mad Max or some shit. Like, y'all think this is Thunderdome? Like, it was just fucking barbarism to the utmost. And it smelled fishy to me from the whole meeting your friend downstairs, and the friend was like, it was just all very smelly to me. Like, but in honor of him, they've named a street after him in New York. So I thought that was kind of awesome. And it was on his mom's birthday that they unveiled it or what have you. So you'll live on. We got Pete Davidson and Kate Beckinsale. Now, I don't know if you remember Kate Beckinsale, but she was like the first Twilight chick. She played in all like the we're gonna have to cut because I can't remember this bitch fucking movie that saved Calvary. What was it called? Not Hansel and Gretel. It was like around that era, like fucking shit. And she was like Resident Evil. So Kate Beckinsale and Pete Davidson are dating. Weird, right? Like, I mean, I'm not, you know, hey, you fall in love with who you fall in love with. You can't help who you like. They might have met in a certain circumstance, and they can, you know, I get it. But shit, it looks strange on paper, and even stranger on pictures. If you check it out right here.
Yo, killing me with this. I got 30 years.
Robert.
Yeah, that shit looks strange to me. But anywho, so they're together, and then Ariana Grande was caught in a couple of pictures getting cuddly waddly, cozy wozy, throwing that slick back ponytail all on, I was gonna say Chris Brown. I'm messy. Chris Brown. Nah. On Big Sean. So check these pictures out. Do you see that shit? Did you see that shit? And it looked like he might have like brought her a little gift or something. I don't know. Did you see like she was opening something? Yeah, she want that pipe. So yeah. I wonder what Janae Aiko feel about this, because you know they were supposed to be like that couple. Up next we got the homie Jaden Smith. So we got Red Table Talk back on the map again. But Jaden was just in the news recently for doing something that a lot of people haven't done, a lot of people talked about doing, but nobody really followed through with. Jaden is a part of a charity that's paired up with a church in Flint that puts together fresh water, and it's all in recycled boxes. It's distilled and it's available everywhere. You know what I mean? Like they specifically try to target places that have a lack of water or clean water. So obviously Flint is still having issues with their water. Everybody knows this, and people talk about it and nobody does anything about it. So this kid, Jaden Smith, he put this process together in this package, and he took these mobile drinking fountains down there, and they set up. You can go there, get fresh water, and they refill them. They're gonna keep it stocked and everything. So I thought that was something pretty cool to be doing, especially when you could be out here like, I don't know, popping mollies and getting lit. So kudos, Jaden. So next up we got Billy Porter. Billy Porter was at the 2019 Oscars, I gotta say it was beautiful. Like, it was well done. I'll just say that. But he was in a Christian Serrano original. Technically it wasn't really original because the concept has been done before. I want to say Thierry Mugler, but I might be wrong. But nonetheless, it was amazingly done. Velvet tuxedo dress. I thought it was dope as fuck. Like, you know, if you're gonna do it right. And he definitely did it right. And then he had on a $900,000 20-karat yellow diamond. 900. There were women there without 900K worth of jewelry on. He had on a 900K piece, just the piece. And I'm gonna put the picture up right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but if you check out the arm sleeves, it's like an Italian Renaissance ruffle. Get into the deep, like, come on. And if you saw the suit from the waist up, you wouldn't know it was the dress at the bottom. I just thought it was amazingly done with the hoop Christian Serrano, we need a detail by detail on what it took to put this piece together. Alright, so next up we got Hillary Clinton, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. They were in Selma, Alabama, marching with the protest that commemorated Bloody Sunday, the day when they had the protest to have fucking equal rights. And the police and everyone, the onlookers, the other protesters, the opposers, all attacked these peacefully protesting black people who wanted nothing more than fucking equality. I want to be able to go get educated at the same place. I want to be able to drink out of the fountain that you let other humans drink out of. You know, you should do shit like say we can only drink out of the animal fountains. Really? Really? And all these people attacked viciously, peacefully protesting marchers, and the police condoned it, even helped, aided and abetted the whole shebang. So it was known as Bloody Sunday, and it happened in 1965 in Selma, Alabama, on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And every year they try to do this march, or they do this march to commemorate that. So this year, Hillary Clinton and Jesse Jackson marched alongside with some of the Democrats who are 2020 candidates for the presidential election. There was Cory Booker, Bernie Sanders, and Julian Castro who were also present. So, you know, if you were down in Selma, we got you in here. The next story, Trump has built 8 prototype walls for his immigration wall border. I'm not sure if people knew this. Just recently, the walls have been sanctioned to be knocked down. And I saw, oddly, online about how the walls were coming down and this was a step in the right direction, etc., etc. So obviously I was excited to report on it until I dug a little deeper and realized the walls are coming down. Yes, there's 8 prototypes, but they're being replaced with a second barrier of fencing, I believe, that is going to go from California to Mexico across that border. I have so many questions for just like, who's in these meetings saying, yes, this shit makes sense? I'm just curious. I'm just inquiring minds would like to know. Because if for nothing, you can be the evil villain. Typically, he's at least a little intelligent. Like, I just question the IQ level of like 3/4 of the people that are in those rooms. And that 25% remaining is probably like camera crew, IT assistants to the assistant, you know, shit like that. Because you put up a border between California and Mexico that just runs from California to Mexico, or just runs across that piece. Like, what are you trying to keep out? Flies? And it's fencing? I mean, even the concept of it just itself, the border is just retarded. But then, like, bruh. Anywho, I just gave you too much time. So, lastly, I want to give a shout out to 2 of my people. We have my girl Sky Marshall. Sky, we call her Sky from the Shop. You guys gotta catch her. It's Angela Ashley in the new ABC original, The Fix. Gonna be airing soon, so you gotta get into it. She's supposed to be like an Olivia Pope-esque type of person who's coming in to do battle for good and evil. And if you haven't seen her, also you gotta check her out on Black Lights. And then also in other Chi-Town original news, we got my girl Quinn Walters. Y'all gotta check Quinn out. But Quinn is in Medea's Family Funeral. She's in the new Medea's Family Funeral, and y'all gotta check her out in that. So kudos to all the Chi-Town people going up, making big things happen. Yo, y'all in here, bruh. So yeah, that's just gonna about cover it for RadarLive. I want to thank you again for tuning in, checking me out. You have to work with me with this earpiece and this microphone. Yeah, you know, this is how shit goes. This is what we do. Catch y'all out.